Hey y'all, it's me back again with another one, all here to make sure that I help you start off your week with a little less chaos, okay? Listen, I am so excited about this one. I'm excited for several reasons. One, because I should be somewhere warm. Two, because I get to talk to y'all again. And three, because we are like 2 weeks away from the end of the year, and I'm so excited for what God still can do. But anyway, let's get into this podcast for this week. You know the drill. We are here to make sure that we are getting our weekly review in. Okay? All right. So, what are we doing? Our good things. We're going to talk about the good things because it gets our mindset ready to kill this week. Then we're going to talk about the docket. We're going to talk about the things that we have planned so that we're actually reviewing our week and we're prepared for what's to come. Then we're going to be talking about the intentional topic of the week. And this is going to be the last in the series, Build Your Life. We're going to be talking about how rest and relaxation, it actually builds. It actually builds your life. And then, of course, we're going to end out with prayer as we usually do. You know, we cannot end anything without a good old prayer, you know? So let's get into this next one. So first thing up is the good things. What are your good things? What are the things that you are excited about? The things that transformed your life this past week? I talk about it all the time about how important it is to really look at what happened. What did you accomplish? What did you get done? Right? Because it helps you believe that you're actually going to get some stuff done in this new week. It helps you train your mind to see good. Because again, I've talked about this before, but our brains are actually trained for the negative. For in so many years, evolution has caused us to look at life as survival. We used to get eaten, right? So our brain is like, what we got to do to survive. So we don't look all the time at the good things. But the whole point to it, or the best way to live life, is to look at those good things so that you can be stronger, so that you can actually see the patterns in life that actually are happening. Because nobody is chasing us to eat us. Like, that's not happening. Okay? If that's happening, then we're in a horror movie and we don't want to be in that. Right? So let's look at the good things. So for me, listen, these good things are going to be prophetic, because if you didn't realize, this is all also another pre-record. So we go pray. We go that these prophetic words that I am speaking actually happen. So I got all of my training done for my PMP. If you follow me last week and heard me last week, you heard me talk about how I'm trying to get my PMP training together, right? Yeah. So that's what we're believing happened. Also, I'm done packing, and I had an amazing time at something we call Freedom Conference at my church. We do this at the end of our what we call small group seasons, and it's just an opportunity to see people's lives transform. All throughout the small group season, we have groups. Some of the groups are dedicated to really building out, one, what we believe, understanding what we believe about God, the truth about God, the truth about us, and the truth about how we can be free from our past, right? Free from our past trauma. And then we end it with something called the Freedom Conference, where people lay those things down at the altar. And let me tell you, it was a powerful time. I'm speaking prophetically, but listen, if the past is any predictor of the future here, it's gonna be a good time. And I'm super excited to be a part of it. Okay, so we got those good things together, all right? So now the next thing is, what's on the docket? What's on the docket for you, right? What is it that you plan to do? Because again, the whole point of this podcast is to help you plan out your week. What are you doing today? Do you have any appointments that you have to make this week? Are there any big goals that you need to get done this week? These are the things that you need to be thinking about, right? Looking at your work schedule. Are there meetings that you need to prepare for? Are there things that need to happen and you're the one that has to do it? Do you need to delegate something? What needs to happen to make sure that this week goes by smoothly? Do you need to switch up your routine? So for instance, the week before, I had to pre-record again because on Monday I had an all-day meeting, right? And being able to weekly review, pay attention to the week ahead, helped me to prepare for that, right? Also, I think I have a dental appointment. I had a dental appointment last week. That last week, and I had to adjust again. I haven't decided how I'm going to adjust yet, but because I'm recording this even earlier. But I'll probably have to either not go to the gym that morning, which I don't know if I want to do. I really do want to go to the gym. Oh no, my trainer told me don't go to the gym because I was going to be coming off of a really crazy weekend. First of all, I talked about resetting last week, and I should have mentioned that this last week, but it is so key to really reset your life, because this past year, or like the year before actually, now I think I've been with them for like a year and a half now, maybe. I don't remember, but no, it was a year and a half because it was last year. Last year, one of the lessons that I learned was that I needed to have some help. I needed to have people surrounding me that's going to help me get better, right? And one of the things that I did because of that was get a trainer. And I talk about this in other videos, but I had an old knee injury that I just kept re-injuring as I worked out, and that caused me to fall back and lose weight and gain weight and lose strength and all that kind of stuff. And this past year, I have been so consistent in working out because I had that trainer and because I made a new promise to myself about it, right? And I think the key to that was my reset. It was because I took some time to really look at myself, look at my life, and make a decision on change. Now, I'm already kind of thinking about it. The next one is my nutrition. What do I need to change in my nutrition to really see results? Because I'm seeing results. But let me tell y'all, you get a certain age and results are hard fought, okay? Like listen, I am getting stronger. I can lift some heavy weights, right? I can bench press. I can incline or decline in bench press. I can do all type of stuff, but child, that's a little bit of this weight just ain't trying to leave. So I'm probably one of the lessons that I'm thinking through, or as I'm kind of like starting to think about my reset, is that I need more help. And then I'm probably going to see if I can afford or get a nutritionist, because I think that I need to invest that in myself. And that's another thing about intentional living. I'm going on a whole nother diatribe. Did I even talk about the Docket yet? I don't even remember. But I'm going to finish this diatribe because it might be for somebody. But I'm realizing that also intentional living is investing in yourself. Being intentional about you and about making sure that you are living out your values and your principles. That's the key, right? And what does that look like for you? That's why it's so important to have a life plan, to know what is important to you, to know your values in those 6 key areas of your life, so that you can make decisions to make that thing happen, right? So for me, that is probably going to be looking like getting a nutritionist if I can afford it. Even if I can't afford it, we're going to figure it out, because I think it's that important, right? Intentional living for me, I have a financial coach to help me with my finances, because one of my values is that I am able to give generously. And how do you give generously? By being a good steward of what you have, right? So All of these things, like this is just a little sneak peek into who and how I live. And that is why I'm so adamant about living intentionally, about reviewing your life, about resetting regularly. You see how I did that? So definitely go get that reset, but also be thinking about being intentional with your life, intentional with what's important to you. Okay. So anyway, the next thing, the docket. I think I tried to introduce the docket and then got distracted. So for me, what's on my docket this week? Rest and relaxation. And also doing my reset. Yeah, that's what that's the plan for me this week. So one thing that I always try to do is spend some time at the end of the year to rest and also do that reset that I'm always talking about. And this today actually starts my time of relaxation. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that actually kind of brings me to the intentional topic of the week. But yes, that's what I'm going to be doing for this week and also the next. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because it has been a really busy season in life for me. And sometimes you have to grind it out. Sometimes there's going to be busy seasons, but you got to make sure that you have rest on the other side of them, right? So I'm really excited for this built-in rest that I have coming my way, okay? And this is even a thing, like I talk about it, I believe in one of the episodes. I don't remember which number. Maybe I'll post it up here if I in the what are those cards? Yeah, maybe I'll post it up in the cards if I remember which episode it is. But one thing that's so important is that you have regular rest, particularly when you are a really busy or really high intense doing a whole lot person, right? It's not about grinding. It's not about because I don't believe in hustle. What I do believe in is hard work, though. What I do believe in is building your life around the things that are important to you and understanding that life changes and life shifts. And you just have to make sure that you're building a life around that. And that's the whole point to intentional living. You can get one of these if you like. That you actually rest. So I think I already kind of started my intentional topic, but that is the last topic in our Build Your Life series. We're at the intentional topic of the week section of this podcast, and we're going to run through it because I've been a chatty Cathy, okay? And I've been a chatty Cathy because this is actually going to be my last podcast until the new season. Did I just say that? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's gonna be. But let me talk about how rest and relaxation builds you. Okay, there are 3 things that rest and relaxation builds in your life. Okay, it builds creativity. That's number 1. Creativity. The space and time builds creativity in your life. Research shows that when you actually have margin in your life, you have the ability to be creative. You have the capacity to be creative. So for instance, I'm even thinking about these past couple of weeks at work. It has been hard to do creative efforts because of all the different things that I've had to do. I've had to do some writing and I found it extremely difficult. And I realized it was because I didn't have a lot of margin. I'm thinking about a bunch of different things. So how I overcame that is that I actually just said, you know what? I'm not going to this meeting. I put somebody else in the meeting and I said, I need some time to write because if I don't take this time, I'm not going to be able to. Right? So it builds creativity. The second one is that it builds resilience. It helps you to build your mind. It helps you to build up what is in you. Because when you have margin, you have the ability to strengthen your mind, to strengthen everything around you. It allows you to breathe. And breathing allows you to build resilience in your life. But no, it's really serious. It builds resilience. It allows your body, and honestly as well, when you have margin, you have less stress. And with less stress, you have a less what we call cortisol. And cortisol really wreaks havoc on your body if it is there in sustained levels. Cortisol is one of the is it a hormone? Yeah, a hormone that helps you when there is stress on your body or stress in your life, either through actual like fight or flight mechanism. Somebody's attacking you, cortisol rises, and you're able to either fight, run, or freeze. But sustained levels of stress causes sustained high levels of cortisol, and that's bad for you. So it's so important that you have the rest so that you can restore your body, so that your body actually can be more resilient to sickness. Because cortisol does attack, well, not attack your body, but it causes you to have lesser immune system and all type. Like it's so fascinating, the body, like how all these different things work together. And basically that margin, that time of rest, builds up your stores so that you can go again, so that you can have a strong immune system, so that you won't be destroying your body from the inside out with stress. Okay. And then the final thing is that it builds stress. It not builds stress. It builds strength. Now, I wanted to keep with the build theme, and I couldn't really figure out how to say restoration, because you can't say build restoration. Because that's weird, but it builds strength, or it builds the ability to restore your body. And I think I actually kind of started to talk about it, but rest really does restore your body. It restores every part of you. It restores your mind. It allows you to have the ability to be creative, to be excited, to be ready to do amazing things. It rebuilds your actual body so that you can strengthen your immune system, so that you can be healthier in your muscles and in your organs, right? So rest is essential. Rest is essential. Okay? So why am I talking about rest? Well, because I'm going to be taking a rest. And like I hinted before, this is the last episode of the A Little Less Chaos podcast for this season. I am going to be taking some time off. I'm going to be relaxing. I'm going to be enjoying myself. And then at the top of the year, I'm going to be joining my church as we do a yearly fast. And I'm going to be using that time to really just restore my body, my mind, and all of those things. And also build up awesome things to talk about with you guys in the next season. The next season is going to start February 3rd, but don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to be having some things coming out that's going to help you stay on this intentional path. We just not going to have no more live podcasts until February, okay? I hope that that's okay with you. Even if it isn't, I'm going to be resting. So anyway, guys, happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm so excited to see what God is going to do in 2025. I talked about this before. I truly believe that this is going to be the year of more what? More dreams, more excitement, more accomplishments, just more. And not more because you're doing more, not more because you're exhorting more energy, but more because God's favor is behind you. So I'm super excited. So let me go ahead and close out with the usual Dreamboost prayer, and then I'm going to be peacing out. Let's pray. Lord, thank you for your rest. You've made us to need rest because you knew the power in it. Show us how to tap fully into the creativity, resilience, and strength that comes from rest. All right, y'all. Well, that is it. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you till February 3rd. Okay. So I'm super excited for just what God is going to do in your life. Remember that intentional living allows you to have a little less chaos in your life. And that's what we want, right? All right, y'all. Have an awesome time.